Hello everyone, Buggy here, back with another Call of Duty commentary, and it's been some time since I've done a traditional commentary like this, and it feels right, if I'm honest. It just feels right. It's where I started, and it feels wrong of me to abandon it altogether. And I know a lot of my videos at this point have been heavily scripted, heavily edited, and kind of taken a different turn on from where I started with making these very simplistic commentaries. But part of me prefers where I'm at now creatively, and I really enjoy the new style videos that I'm making. But I also don't want to abandon the commentaries as a whole, because I wouldn't be where I am on YouTube now with the few thousand subscribers that I have if it wasn't for these commentaries in the first place. They kind of quote-unquote put me on the map, and it would just feel wrong to abandon them altogether. So I never want to abandon them altogether, because I feel like people still like these style of videos, clearly, because this market has, I shouldn't say market, but this genre of content has become so much more saturated than it was whenever I first started 4 or 5 months ago. It's kind of interesting how things have become full circle. Not that the Call of Duty commentary scene is as big as it once was, or even trending in that direction, but there's clearly a market for it where people enjoy these style videos and they want to see them, and there's a lot of creators out there right now who are jumping on the opportunity to make these style videos themselves. And it's really cool to see how much it's evolved in the last 6 months or so, because I know I was one of the first who started doing these things again, but certainly not the first. But it's just really interesting to see how they went from being one of the least popular genres in Call of Duty, and the Call of Duty scene, especially the OG Call of Duty scene, to now kind of making a comeback, if you will. And there's a lot of people who are getting on board with these, and it's really cool. But at the same time, it doesn't come with its negatives, and I often see comments in my comment section from other creators who are kind of communicating how they have been struggling with the lack of success or just comparison with other creators who are doing the same things as them. And I kind of wanted to share my 2 cents on that, because I've also struggled with some comparison issues in this scene. It's discouraging sometimes. Truthfully, it's discouraging sometimes whenever you make a video, and it could be even on the exact same topic, but your video only does 30, 40, couple hundred views. Meanwhile, somebody else who did the exact same topic as you could even be the same title. Like, I know that happened with me and Boosh. He made a video called Nothing Lasts Forever, and I ripped him off, gave him full credit, but I ripped him off and titled my video the exact same thing, just out of inspiration, and I believe my video did a little bit better than his. And that's just the truth and the fact of YouTube and how unfair it can be, and sometimes you just don't have control over it, and there's really nothing you can do about it. But comparing yourself to other creators, it's not really a good thing for you to do, because, like I said, you don't really have control at all to how many views you get. Sure, you could do what you think is everything right, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. If you're doing everything right, then you're just at the mercy of YouTube, and there's really no point at comparing yourself to other creators. And what you should be doing instead is thinking to yourself, why is my video not getting as many views? Is it something that's within the video itself? Is that the quality of the microphone? Is it how I'm presenting myself? Am I not as clear cut and dry as some of the other creators? Do I not get to the point fast enough? You just have to sit back and evaluate yourself and figure out maybe what you're doing wrong and what you can improve on, or just think creatively, because comparing yourself to others and just putting yourself down in a way really does not manifest or encourage creativity or for you to get better. It just makes you feel bad. So rather than feel bad about yourself, you take it on as a challenge and think, well, this person can get 10,000 views on a topic that I've already done, so I'm going to make a video and I'm going to outdo them at some point. And then you just do your absolute best. You make the best content you possibly can, and you hope that YouTube blesses you with the algorithm. I know I've had to kind of swallow that pill many a time just knowing that I'm at the mercy of YouTube here. I don't get to choose how many views my videos get. I may think that a video is going to blow up, but it might not. And I had that situation right now where I thought a video that I did would do pretty well in the algorithm, and it just didn't, and that's totally fine, because you just keep making, you just keep creating. YouTube is a game where it's all about creativity. It's all about just pushing out a product, creating a product that you think others would actually want to see. And that's really all you can do. You just create, you click upload, you title it what you think people would actually want to click on, you make a thumbnail that you think people would actually want to click on, and you just push it out there. You push it out there into the universe, and you see what sticks. Sometimes it works out really well, and sometimes it doesn't, and that's really perfectly fine, as long as you're in the right mindset. If you're in the YouTube scene for money, then get out of the YouTube scene, because yes, there is money to be had here, but in reality, it's not as much as you think. I definitely had to understand that was the case whenever I first got monetized on my channel, that a few hundred views here or 2,000 views in a week, whatever it is not going to give you as much money as you think it is. Trust me, it's not. This is not going to be a job until you've really carved your way into whatever niche you're in. And that's just the reality of it. So if you're going to get into the YouTube scene, go in with the mindset that you want to create, that you want to have fun with this hobby. Allow it to be a hobby, and if things work out for you and it turns into a job, then awesome. I hope it does. I really do. I hope it works out for all of us. But if it doesn't, it's still a great hobby. It's very fun to be creative. It's fun to think about ideas that you think an audience might actually want to see. It's fun to make videos that you would want to watch yourself, and it's fun to interact with a community that is so passionate about this style of video. And I'm so glad that I was able to get in the early days of the resurgence of Call of Duty commentaries, because it's just been a real blast to see new people come up in this YouTube scene and blow up out of nowhere. I mean, I could name all kinds of names. There's been a handful of people that are getting thousands of views per video, and it's amazing to see this medium that I once loved in my youth come back into, somewhat relevancy. And it's just been really, really enjoyable for me to watch, and it's a really fun scene to be a part of. And if you're in the commentary scene already, don't be discouraged. Don't think that it's all over if your video is only getting 30, 40 to maybe 100 views per video, because in reality, I know a lot of people use this example, but if you sit in a wedding hall or something like that, or just a single room, and you stuff 30, 40, 100, 150, 200 people in that room, that's a lot of people who want to listen to you talk. That's a crazy thought to me. I'm blessed to have had some videos that got more views than that, but whenever my videos bottom out, quote unquote, and they're still getting me 200, 300 views, that's absolutely incredible to me, because I know what it's like to be in the shoes of a creator that's putting a lot of effort into their content, putting a lot of work into the videos that they're making, thinking about these topics very heavily, and taking notes, writing scripts. I know what it's like to be in those shoes and have the views be in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. I know what it's like to be stuck there. I spent 2 years working on a channel where I thought the videos were just gold. I thought they were hilarious. I thought they were really fun to watch. They were fun to make, but the views just never increased. When I started that channel with a friend of mine, we got 30, 40 subscribers in the first couple days, and it was all friends and family, and it never, ever increased past that. So I know what it's like to be stuck there. I know what it's like to be stuck in YouTube limbo, and I'm here to tell you that if you work at it and you're making videos about things that you love, you're talking about things that you love, or you're doing a hobby, making videos about a hobby that you love, eventually it'll take off if you're smart about it. You have to make videos that people want to watch, and you have to have fun while doing it. I know that's the only way it's going to be sustainable. Truthfully, it's the only way it's going to be sustainable, because I've been on the other side of the road, and it really just does not work in the long term. So if you're out there and you're struggling with the sense of comparison, comparing yourself to other creators who are doing more views than you, maybe it's time to delete YouTube Studio. Maybe it's time to stop looking at the numbers and just make videos that you would want to watch yourself. If you would want to watch your video, there's a handful of others out there who would want to watch it too. I can guarantee you, because that's how I ended up where I am right now. And if I didn't have that mindset, and if I didn't stop obsessing over the numbers and didn't stop comparing myself to others and just thinking about how I can present a product that's unique to me, if I didn't make those changes and change that way of thinking and change my mindset, I would never gotten to the point where I am now. And that's not to say that I'm on top of the world and I'm the best even in this genre. I'm not. I'm towards the middle somewhere, maybe even lower middle, and I'm perfectly happy with that. I have a really dedicated audience that is so positive, and the community in this genre is so positive. There's nothing better. So avoid comparison, avoid the numbers, be yourself, make videos that you want to watch, and that's really all you can do. Anyway, I thought it would be fun to kind of come back to my roots and make a old school Call of Duty commentary, off the cuff, no script, just laying out some gameplay for you guys to watch. So hopefully you enjoyed this content. If you do, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a like on this video in particular, and leave a comment down below because I would love to hear from you. Bye now.